Hi all, just to recap on what I've been doing this morning on my Mr H's streetstock 125. The fairing that I got for my bike, which is new compared to last year's fairing, the bottom half of the fairing, which is this, wouldn't fit properly. So I basically had to saw off the bottom of the fairing. As you can see where I've done that, and attach my own bottom half of the fairing with a bit of machining and cutting. I've used some alloy plates so it's nice and light, and that is attached now to the original part of the fairing. With this on, it now fits perfectly on the bike. As you can see on the inside, I've also incorporated the oil catch tray into the bottom of the fairing. For those that don't know, when the engine blows up on track, the engine oil will basically spew out into the bottom of the fairing. If you haven't got this catch tray, it's almost like a little dam. You can see it better like that. Then what will happen is that the oil will just go on the track, causing it to be very dangerous for other riders. So you have to have this fitted, and this gets checked before you're actually allowed on track. So yeah, they've built that into the bottom of the fairing using some alloy and some brackets, which you can just see. And I've used my heat-proof tape, which is good stuff. I use this on a lot of my bikes. So yeah, that's the fairing done, ready to go on, and that does fit a treat. Another thing I've done today, when the camera focuses, is to start colouring the spare wheels, which have basically got the wet tyres on. So this is the one prior to being sprayed. This is the back wheel. That's still got to be, that's already been rubbed down. That's got to be primed and sprayed, masked off and sprayed. This is the front wheel, which I've got done today with the front wet tyre on. As you can see, big difference in the wet tyres to the slick tyres. These are for wet weather, damp track conditions. So yeah, that one's come up really nice. I'm going to be doing the same to this wheel. Let's go to the bike. As you can see, the bike has got the slick tyres on at the moment. The nice shiny tyres on with the matching coloured wheels. Another thing I've done today is to fit a new gear linkage to my bike, because the linkage itself, the lever, which is this, was getting really sloppy, making gear changes quite tricky. So I fitted a new gear change arm. I fitted a new spacer behind the gear change lever and put a little washer in there between the two, which has made a difference. And now I've got a nice, solid, sturdy gear lever, which will give me a much positive gear change. So yeah, a good day's work this morning. It's just progress. At the minute, you'll notice most of the work is being done on Mr H's bike. My bike should, the bulk of the work on my bike should be done by about Christmas. So at the start of the new year, I'm going to be throwing my time into Shannon's bike, which is also having quite a lot of work, especially in the engine department. So more news on that soon. Until then, speak soon.